Hey team, this is Tom Challen, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you something that impacted my life. It's one of the most impactful things that I've heard in a very long time, and it came by one of the most successful individuals in the world, Warren Buffett. I was watching a video of him, and it was interesting to talk about the keys to success. And he said there's really two things to the keys to his success. Number one, the number one thing that most people fail in, this is investment banking, but it definitely ties into us building our team here. Number one, he said the number one thing is emotional stability. He said, look, very few people have the emotional stability to weather the tough times in life, but he was talking about specifically investing. So that was number one. So when you get sidetracked, you don't get offended or hurt or challenged or stressed or burnt or fearful or doubtful. You just know that there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. That was number one. Number two is probably even more bigger. He says, if you got a high IQ, give away about 30 points of it because you don't need it. And I thought that was pretty interesting. Now here's one of the richest, very intelligent men in the world talking about the investment banker world, talking about that you don't need to be that smart to be one of the most wealthy investors in the world. It's very interesting. Now, how about us in network marketing? Well, let's talk about number one, emotional stability. The difference between success and failure is this much. One of my mentors taught me that. A guy that built a team of over 2 million people. So what's that difference right there? I believe a big chunk of this success and failure, the difference lies in the emotional stability. You know, so many people that I've coached and worked with on my team over the years, they get in and they get sidetracked. They call the first few people, didn't work. They send out the product to people and, you know, 1 out of 10 was negative, so you think everybody's negative. You maybe make a bunch of phone calls, no one's home. And all the different ups and downs of us building network marketing can be very challenging, sometimes frustrated, and when that starts to penetrate in the heart, it becomes emotional, which generates fear and sometimes stress and sometimes worry and sometimes gets us to quit or gets many people to quit their home-based business. So the emotional stability in the roller coaster rides is something that you need to master. Understand there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, and this one thing that you have to teach your team how to ride those emotional roller coaster rides. So the biggest key to success for that is leadership growth, personal growth, and for me, spiritual growth will help you not be ripped apart and ripped out of this industry because your emotions were hurt, feelings were hurt, and you have that emotional challenge, okay? So number two, network marketing. We talked about Warren Buffett talked about giving away many points of intelligence, meaning if you have a high IQ, you don't need that much. You can actually give away a lot of it because it's so simple in investment banking. In network marketing, it's incredibly applicable, more applicable for what you do and your team. What we do, let's just boil it down right now. We connect with people. We share simple messages. We help people get started. And we do it over and over and over. When we don't feel like it, we do it over and over and over. When we're emotionally sidetracked, we do it over and over and over. So the key is it's so simple. You don't have to have the highest IQ. You don't have to have lots of college education. You don't have to speak perfectly, because the Lord knows I don't, right? You don't have to be perfect. You have to be simple and do it over and over, have emotional stability. And these are two things by one of the number one wealthiest individuals in this world that can be completely applicable to you and you building an incredibly wild, duplicatable home-based business. It's Tom Challen helping you build an amazing team, creating wealth, but really more importantly, doing it while having a life. See you in the next video.